Next, this is my review of Mr. Miracle 1 and 2. I decided to divide up the videos just to make them a little bit more easier to watch and digest. So Mr. Miracle is the new hot property for DC Comics. It's the most critically acclaimed comic in years. It's the most discussed comic in years. I was really excited coming into this. I've been like a wanderer for the last 4 years with comics. I haven't found a comic that I really love. I liked certain elements of certain issues and certain story arcs, but nothing has been like, oh my God, please read this. Oh my God, I love this. I want to have every issue, or I want to follow every piece of it. So I was looking forward to Mr. Miracle. I would say if you're not a traditional comic book reader, it's a good start because it's kind of left of center. If you enjoyed things like Watchmen, if you enjoyed things like V for Vendetta, this is very much your comic, and hopefully it's something that you'll get some real joy out of. For me, it was a little too much of an Alan Moore style, and I felt that it distracted from the writing and the artwork. The artwork is pretty great, actually. I'll say that much. But at the same time, it's been done. So I'm going to take this out and show you some panels. So this is very, put it to the camera, Watchmen centric. Like even the boxing feels very Watchmen. So, you get to convey a lot of information, and that's good. It's an interesting take on these characters. It deals with DC Cosmic, which is not something I've been well versed in. It's a lot of characters I've seen in Superman stories, Justice League stories, like Granny Justice and Darkseid and the Children of Darkseid, and the formula for Darkseid to take over the universe and yada yada yada. And then you have this character who kind of is unsure of the situation, is unsure if he's dreaming or dead, if he's watching this or observing it. There's this disconnect to this event that's going on around him. We're invited into this character's mindset. It's still kind of written with a bit of distance, so it's interesting. So you're trying to figure out, did he die and this is just like his fever dream? Is this the actual DC reality? Is he just a madman? So you don't really know yet. The first issue is him. He attempted suicide to see if he could defeat death, because he's a master escape artist and that's his superpower. So he wanted to see if he could conquer the unconquerable with death. So the story has like these David Letterman type interviews, which is very much reminiscent of Frank Miller with his work with Dark Knight Returns. And he's on like a TV talk show talking about his suicide attempt, but playing it for laughs. But at the same time, there's these little elements in the story that things are disconnected or things aren't exactly the way they appear to be. So it's interesting. It has some interesting elements. The artwork is very good. But at the same time, it's a bit of a retread. So, it's good to an extent, but at the same time, it could be better. It's a formula. And like music, I'm a traditionalist. My music's very traditional based. But at the same time, you have to feel like the person's innovating on the tradition, because you can always listen to the old song. So it's the same way this guy is doing a lot of Alan Moore style writing, deconstruction of comics, perception of reality in time and space, but I don't see his own twist on it. Now that might happen in Mr. Miracle 3 and 4. I'm willing to give this guy the benefit of the doubt, but for me right now, I'll probably just wait till the trade novel comes out and then read the whole collection and see how the story unfolds. It's not gripping enough for me to be like, oh my God, I really want to read the next issue. I understand a lot of people like it, a lot of people enjoy it, and that's great. I'm glad that there's something that people are passionate about, because right now, the genre of comics has not been great for the last few years. But at the same time, I still want someone they could take this format and really play around with it or expand it or push it in ways that it's not done in these last 2 issues. All right. Thanks, everybody. Peace.